Making defenses adjust to unbalanced and over formations is something that's always been a unique way of creating an edge or creating a mismatch on defense. And it's really showing up a lot more these days, all the way up through high school, college, and even in the NFL. Now, at the youth level, and that's what we're looking at here today, and let's keep in mind that when we say youth level, we're talking about 8, 9, 10, and maybe 11-year-olds. And the first thing that we would caution you is if you're going to use an unbalanced formation, to keep your game plan very limited and very simple out of it. And here's why we say that. There is no question that as you line up and have a unique formation, you may create confusion on the defense. But the problem with that is that you may not really have a defense that's recognizable to block, and it also might not be anything that you've worked on that week. Because anytime you change up and have a unique formation here on offense, the defense, as you look at it, is going to uh, adjust probably in some way, but you don't necessarily know what that is. But we'll counter that with the fact that the plays that you choose out of an unbalanced formation ought to be plays that are relatively simple with relatively simple rules. So you can see right here, we've got our what we call split back formation at the youth level. And what we've done here is we have created a four-man surface, guard, tackle, another tackle, tight end, or two tight ends. And on the backside, we have either an extra tight end or a tackle, whoever you want to play here. At the end of the day, though, the important thing to understand is that F is eligible, that Y is eligible, and the Z is eligible. Now, you can line up in this. You could also line up with that Z on the ball and that Y off the ball, and they could switch, all right, or shift before the Z came in motion for this particular play. Now, so what we recommend is getting plays that have very simple rules that should be applicable regardless of how the defense lines up. So we've got a tall sweep here, good old-fashioned tall sweep with a lead back, and you're actually bringing over your tight end to create an edge. The good thing about this is that unbalanced formations with the four-man surface, and then you're bringing somebody else over, and you also have a lead back, you can more than likely create good numbers over here, particularly if the defense does not adjust. Now, what you're going to notice here is that this is a default view of a 6-2 defense. And what we've done at FirstDown PlayBook is we've tried to give you a common sense adjustment that the defense might make. Obviously, a 6-2 with the center being the middle of the defense would have the tackle, end, and backer over here. Way too much defense over here. So we've got to assume that the defense is going to adjust to this four-man surface right here. And when they do that, they're really going to treat this guard right here as your center. So what we've got is a balanced defense. Now, you're still in great shape. The reason we like plays like this so much at the youth level, and really any level, if you think that there might be some kind of weird defense that gets thrown at you just because they don't understand how to line up to unbalance, the rules are very simple. If you're on the play side over here, it's really an on, inside, all right, to backside. And so if I'm the tight end, if I've got somebody head up or inside, I'm going to block them just like they do. If I'm this extra tight end or tackle right here, all right, if I've got an opportunity to block down, I can do that, all right. If I've got an opportunity to pull, all right, because there's nobody to block down on, I'll do that. Now, this right here, oftentimes they'll play this in a 2-eye, meaning inside eye on this tackle right here. So he can block down on that by himself. If he needed help, he could just call down this tackle right here, and you'd still be in good shape. Back over here, block down, block down. You're always going to want to pull the backside guard, and so you want to have some type of cutoff on the backside. And your F tackle or tight end needs to make sure this play can actually get started. Shouldn't be a big issue because your quarterback is reversing out, tossing it to the two-back, and that two-back should be gone before anything can run them down from the backside. But keep in mind this is a shortened edge right here. So let's take a look at some of the other fronts. Let's look at a 4-4. Once again, same deal, going on the rules of block on the inside, nobody to block inside pull. You've got a 4-eye right here. Your tackle should be able to take care of that. Down, down. Pretty much the same scheme. Get the play started on the backside. And when you get to a 50 front, we'll go a 5-3 right here. Now, when you get an overhang right here for this motion guy, it's important for that motion guy to go out here and get on the edge. If the end is lined up inside, then the tight end can probably handle them by themselves. But if you've got an edge player out here, that Z should make sure they motion before the ball is snapped and get wide enough to where they can actually help this Y and get a double team on this end. You may be able to work the second level, but it's more important to get this end block than anything else in the play. Because if you'll get movement on that end and get the end block, that's going to allow your pullers to get around, and it's also going to get the edge and get this play started play side. So, but if you go across the backside, you've got really the same thing. You've got on the inside, pull, all right, on the inside, block back, and pull. Now, obviously the first down playbook, edit, the ability to come in and edit these plays. If you want it to come in and you want it to treat things differently, let's say that maybe what you were thinking about doing in this particular play right here is you want it to block back on that tackle because that tackle was a good player, and you want it to just tell this tight end to pull up and solo this end right here, then you could do that. Obviously, that's the beauty of having the first down playbook draw and edit function. But the big things to understand are that if you're going to run an unbalanced formation and you're going to do these things, to make sure that you simplify it, make sure that you have a play with rules, and so that whatever the defense puts up there, you should be in good shape. So here's how you're going to find these plays in first down playbook. All right, you're going to go in, and when you go to find a play, you're going to go to the youth offense, obviously. When you open up the youth offense, what you're going to see with all these formations, and we were just now in split backs, as you open that up, you'll just scroll down in every one of these formations. As you get to the bottom, you'll have the normal formation, but then what you'll have at the very end of it is you'll have unbalanced looks that you're looking at right here. We'll always have 3 or 4 unbalanced looks as well as some passes that'll fit into your game plan.